Hey everybody, happy Friday. I hope you've enjoyed this week as we have been discussing things that I use on a daily basis to help sustain my health and to have all of my nutritional needs met and of course support my digestive health. Today we're going to be talking about doTERRA's PB Assist, which is their probiotic. So if you haven't seen it before, this is what it looks like, and it's double encapsulated, which it looks a little gnarly, like it might be from some other planet. But that's because you can see an inner layer, which is the green UV protected layer, and an outer layer, and that one's clear, and that's the chlorophyll. So the chlorophyll is what protects the inner layer of living microorganisms so that when it goes down into your digestive tract, that it can protect it from the stomach acid so that those living microorganisms can actually stay alive. They're super vulnerable to light and temperature, and especially the acid within your stomach. So that chlorophyll protects it. It has that slow release, basically, that's what it's doing. And so when the green part gets all the way down to your hindgut, which is the part where we really need those microorganisms to repopulate and proliferate and just create a happy environment for the good bacteria, the microflora, to repopulate and become more dominant, because we don't want the bad bacteria to outweigh the good bacteria. That's why we take a probiotic, and so many people here are taking these now, so I hope you've already been able to see the benefits. Some of you might be taking it morning, noon, and night for 10 days, and that's great. You can do 1 bottle a month that way if you really need to support your body digestively in a more aggressive way. For me, I'm taking it just once a day. I take it right before bed. It works really well when you're laying flat. It knows exactly how to serve your body because you're not moving around. There's not a lot going on. But just remember that your intestinal tract is 25 feet long. Okay, that's a long span that it has to make it through. So if you're laying down flat, it's nice because it can just kind of go to work there without any interruption. You're not eating, or there's no disruption in the process. But one thing that I really want you to think about as you are taking this probiotic is what effect it's having on your body. So your intestinal tract, that 25 feet long GI tract, if it's all stretched out, which would be gross, we don't want to see what it looks like. But if you were to look at it, on the inside, there are these little tentacles that line the inside of your GI tract, and they're called villi. There's actually trillions of them. Obviously, if you have a super long GI tract, you need lots and lots of villi. This villi is what catches food. So food is coming along your GI tract, gets caught in this villi, and then absorbs within the lining, and that can help your body to use food as energy and also provide your body with lots of nutrients. So when the villi are, this is really important actually for those of you who may be having any reactions to the changes going on this week. Let me touch on that real quick. So for some of you, this might be your very first time taking a multivitamin or something that you're actively taking care of your health. Maybe up until now, you've been eating right, but you haven't taken a multivitamin. Or maybe there's some of you who this is the first time you're making some healthier choices in your diet, and so you're making these big changes. So for you to actually have the supplements truly assimilate and work their very best, then your villi need to be cleaned out and need to have not a ton of buildup. So if the supplements aren't absorbing very well or you're not feeling the effects of them yet, it's because your villi are clogged, backed up, okay? Like we need to clean out your pipes, which sounds gross, but it's a real thing. And so I would recommend to you to start taking your probiotic morning and night. So what that probiotic can do is it just goes in and it will strip away all that bad gunk that's hanging out there. I would also recommend starting 1 drop of lemon essential oil into your water in the morning. Your body's not really done detoxing until about 10 a.m. So by providing your body with a drop of lemon water in the morning, it just helps to speed up that process and once again, strip away all that bad gunk that's left over. So it could be bacteria, it could be fungus, overgrowth of yeast, it could be just bad foods, things like that, fatty foods usually. So if you have more weight in your midsection, that's usually what the problem is that you're not having good absorption of the good foods that you are eating. So to maximize that, we really want to be taking this probiotic daily. It's something that I find helps so many other areas of my life. If you are someone who is more prone to anxiety or sad feelings and things like that, it's been studied in multiple different journals, but even my therapist and I have talked about it, that taking your probiotic daily can help counteract the effects of some of those mental disorders. Obviously, consult your doctor and don't get off any medications or anything like that without consulting a doctor. But my recommendation to you is to take your probiotic to help assist within that healthy production of mood regulation, because there's actually more serotonin and like positive mood regulation that happens within your digestive tract than there is from your brain, which is crazy. No one ever talks about it. No one ever talks about that brain-gut connection, but it's a real thing. And it's something that I think people like would really like to know. Wouldn't you like to know, or like to study more, or like to be at least be in tune with that the less clean our diet is, the more foggy our brain is, or the more we destructively eat and kind of spiral, the more we have issues with our mental health. There's a comparison and there is a connection. And I think that we need to talk about it. Let's open that conversation and let's be vulnerable. It's totally okay to have these kinds of conversations. As moms, as women, we take on the weight of the world and we just expect to be able to do it all on our own. But that's impossible. Nobody wants to live like that. We want to be able to have a community where we can open up and be honest and vulnerable about our struggles and what we're going through. And this is a space to be able to do that, to then say, what is helping with some of those triggers, or what foods are you eating, or what supplements are you taking, or what essential oils are you using that are having a positive effect on your mood. And for me, I can honestly say that taking this probiotic helps with my mental health. It helps with my anxiety, and it helps so many other people with those same things. My husband's a veteran. He's a lawyer for veterans, and there are studies that show that they're using this type of probiotic to help with veterans with symptoms of PTSD. So this is a real thing. It's been studied, and the conversation is open within integrative medical facilities all across the country. And it's not just, local to doTERRA. doTERRA is just a piece of the conversation that's happening, and the shifts are happening all over. And I love that we can open up a space to be able to talk about it more. Okay, so with this probiotic, it's going to allow your body to crave less sugar. You're going to have better, like I said, mood regulation. You're going to have better choices in your diet because it's going to encourage your body to want to eat better foods. This is what's so great about counteracting the bad bacteria, is when there's less of it, then you want healthier foods. When you are eating poorly, you want more of those kinds of foods, right? Am I right? You know what I'm talking about. We've all been there. So if I could encourage you to begin taking your probiotic every single day, and again, there's really no comparison with doTERRA's probiotic versus all the other ones from any other store. And I'm speaking from a nutritionist perspective and not just somebody who loves doTERRA. I'm speaking this truth because there are so many probiotics out there that are not working. Okay. And I don't want to make people feel like they've wasted their money if they've bought some from Target or Costco or something, but just know that if those probiotics are not protected in a prebiotic formula, they're dying in the stomach acid before they even make it down to where they need to be, to where you will benefit from them. Okay. So what's also amazing and fun and awesome is that doTERRA has created a children's version. This is our PB Assist Junior, and it comes in this little sachet, and you can rip off the top. I feel like I'm winning at life because every single night at dinner, my kids ask for this and they think it's their dessert because it's sweet and it tastes really good. But I'm like, guys, in my head, I'm like, this is really serving you and it's awesome for you, but sure, you can have that for dessert. So consider that when you are thinking about your kiddos and worried that maybe some of them are having some digestive issues, this would be the perfect thing to include in their diet. You could do it every day, or you could do it every other day. You could even do a half a dose for the younger ones under 4. Then you could do half and leave half in the cupboard or something until the next day. totally customizable to how you want to do it. I found that these little tiny practices of self-care really do make an impact over time. I have people in my life who have sick kids over and over again, and they're just very concerned. And what are some things that they can do to really boost that immune system and to help them to not have, you know, another season like the one they're having now. And one of my biggest recommendations is getting your kiddos on a probiotic. You guys, it helps so much with the immune system because, again, your immune system is also regulated from your digestive tract, and everything is communicating in your body, and there's so much energy going on everywhere. And if we have a healthy gut, we have a healthy body, period. Every single thing that you feel on the outside and all the symptoms that you are facing is a story being written on the inside. And surely there are things that we do in our everyday that can also improve our health, how we sleep, right? How we eat, how we, do we get enough fluids in our diet, how we manage our stress, do we have a ton of toxins that we're taking in, and are we being proactive about our self-care and our medical care? Those things are also important, but just consider that being on a probiotic can really improve the quality of your life. So thank you for sticking around. Thank you for allowing me to be on my soapbox this week and chat with you about my very favorite supplements. Tomorrow, we're going to be going over all of the amazing essential oils that are in the Daily Habits Kit, those 5, and they'll really help to kind of show you how we incorporate those on a daily basis. Okay, last but not least, if you would like to enter today's giveaway, we are giving away a bottle of Rescuer. It's a child's blend for aches and pains, things like growing pains, or if they play a sport and they have some, you know, aches and pulled muscles or something like that. This is the perfect blend. So go ahead and leave a comment. I want to see you with your probiotics, guys. I want to see you taking it or a picture of it in your hand. Let's get together. I think that we are greater in efforts when we're greater in number, right? Lots of movement can happen when we do this together. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys tomorrow for our bonus day. Have an awesome, awesome rest of your day.